A recent video brought up the question of succession in Equestria. In other words, what would happen if Celestia were to die or something else were to happen to her, and one of the other three Alatorns had to take over the duties of running Equestria and doing Celestia's job. Which one is most qualified? With Luna, Twilight, and Cadence each having good and bad reasons for taking the throne. But that's not this video. This video is in ponderance of what other ponies besides the Alatorn princesses could do well sitting on Celestia's throne. For the first possibility, I go to Celestia's other student, Sunset Shimmer. Bring her back from the human world and give her a chance to rule. But would she make a good Celestia? At this point in her life, probably not. Although she could make a good replacement for Twilight if Twilight had to give up her castle to take over Celestia's position. Consideration number 2, Starlight Glimmer. We don't know a lot about her, but perhaps with a little reform and some practice, she could have the same qualifications as Sunset Shimmer. Possibility number 3 is replacing Celestia with Celestia. In other words, go to the human world, get the human Celestia, bring her back to the pony world, and stick her on the throne. Then, for all the other ponies in Equestria, it appears as if nothing's gone wrong and Celestia is still in charge, while behind the scenes, the real power comes from Luna, Cadence, and Twilight, who are doing Celestia's jobs, while the human Celestia just sits on the throne and keeps up appearances. Possibility 4 would be Discord. After his reform, he could learn how to be a good leader, and he could hold Equestria together while the others make preparations to choose a more appropriate leader. Discord would also have the ability to raise and lower the sun and moon, doing Celestia's job with very little effort. Possibility 5 would be family succession, and this would include Prince Blueblood as well as anyone else within the family of the Alatorns, any of their brothers, sisters, children, aunts, uncles, any family members we're not already aware of. Putting Prince Blueblood on the throne would be the realistic move if you're comparing the pony monarchy to the human monarchy, but it wouldn't be the good move as far as choosing a leader with experience and the right personality that it takes to move the kingdom forward. So the 6th possibility is the possibility of a military takeover. In the absence of the members of the royal family from taking the throne, even if it's just a temporary move, a leader of the military, either the leader of the Pony Guard or the leader of the Wonderbolts, would have the authority to take control of the throne and the kingdom and hold things together until the other Alatorns could figure out what to do in this unusual situation. 7th possibility is the possibility of an enemy taking advantage of the loss of Celestia and the mourning of her people to step in and take power. This could be any of the villains in the My Little Pony Rogues Gallery, not just one particular villain. This would be a perfect opportunity for another pony to step in, take over power, and completely take over. Possibility 8 is the possibility of promoting other world leaders, other ponies who have held position of office and have been in charge of either a small or large local region and have already done the leadership thing. This would draw from any of the ponies who were in the VIP section during the Equestria Games as having authority enough to do the leadership responsibilities and sit on the throne. The 9th possibility would be any of Twilight's friends. If Twilight were offered the position and she was too humble to accept it, she could offer the position to any of her other friends. Just promote that one pony in particular to Alatorn status and let her take over. Possibility 10 would involve time travel and the reappearance of Starswirl the Bearded, who would then take over the throne, but because of his ways of thinking would be thousands of years outdated, he would have a difficulty adjusting to the modern ways of the modern society, and he wouldn't be immediately an effective leader. However, because he's highly respected by both Twilight and Cadence, he would meet very little opposition on his way up the line of succession, though I think it would come pretty quickly that Twilight or other ponies would realize that he's not as competent a leader because he's out of time. And the final possibility to consider would be the possibility of an elected official. If the ponies decide that this is the end of the monarchy and the beginning of a electoral system, they could hold elections and choose a pony based on wealth or popularity or charisma or personality or some other quality other than having earned it or having gained it through the right of family succession. There's also the possibility of other Alatorn characters being introduced to the world, and the successor being some pony that we've never heard of on the series canon. Perhaps a character who made their first appearance in the toy line or the comic books. Anyhow, tell me what you think in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and good night.